Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to talk about the jiu-jitsu tournament or grappling tournament that I was in this weekend. I'll talk about everything the week before it. I'll go quick of the week before it, and then up until after the event and after it. I hadn't really fully decided that I was going to do the tournament, you know, until probably last Tuesday. The tournament was on Saturday. And so once I decided full on that I was going to do it, I weighed about probably 169 or 170, somewhere around there. So I started, eating better, drinking a ton of water at first, and so, I cut down my calories by a ton. I only ate like twice a day, like smaller meals or whatever. Um, anyways, I started to eat better and whatever, clean up my diet. So Friday, which you could have weighed in the day before, but I had to work, so I had to weigh in on Saturday, which is the day of the event. Now, Friday I ate once at 3 in the afternoon, and that was the last time I ate that whole day. I was chewing gum and spitting into a water bottle for the whole rest of the day, pretty much. Friday night I got home from work, I put on a bunch of sweats and sat in my car for about half an hour. So I get on the scale, and my scale at home, it says I weigh 156.8. So then I take off my shorts and whatever, and it says 156. Now I was going for 155. Obviously, you can be a pound over. They give you a pound. So I'm like, sweet, 156, money. Go to sleep, wake up the next morning, weigh myself. My scale says 160.8, and I'm like, this is crazy. So, anyways, so then I go and do some other stuff, pack up my stuff, and go back down, weigh, and it says 156 again. I'm like, sweet. Well, just in case, I'm going to chew some gum and spit or whatever. So I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. So we get to the event, and I go to step on the scale, and I step on it 157.1. I'm like, shit. So we go to my friend Tony's car. He gives me all his sweats. I start sprinting, getting my heart rate up, go in his car, sit in there for 15 minutes. It's like an hour before the event. 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, somewhere around there. Get a really good sweat going. Go inside, wipe everything down, step on the scale. It starts adding up like 156.5, so I kind of lean back a little bit, and it was down to like 156.15, 156.15, 156.2, somewhere around there. And Eric Schaefer was pretty much, it was his event. He ran the event, so and he's one of my coaches, so he's just like, all right, 156. So I was like, sweet, I didn't have to cut that weight. So anyways, gi starts at, so I rehydrate, get up, whatever. So basically it was, you had no gi, and there was the weight classes 140, 55, 70, 85, and all the MMA weight classes. It was 140 instead of 145, but I was 155 anyways. So, but then the skill level was beginner, intermediate, advanced. So I did beginner 155. We get down there. Brackets small. So anyways, my first match, it was against a Marine. I cited Marine tattoo. So little smaller than me, huge hulking guy, strong as hell. I thought I was going to be like one of the stronger ones there. He was probably just as strong as me. So we get on the mat, feeling around. He shoots for a takedown. I kind of block it, but then he gets underhooks and takes me down in a guard. From there, I really remember what happened. I know at one point He had 2 points for. Oh, the scoring system was. It's 4 points for mounts, 3 point for um, guard pass, 2 points for a takedown. So he got 2 points for the takedown. All right. So then eventually we got in a scramble. Um, I swept him into side control, so I got 2 points. I moved to north south, and I felt like I had a north south choke really, really deep. It was a quick pace match, so I started to get tired. He started gargling, but then I was like squeezing it, but I didn't get my hips down far enough, so he swept me in a side control, and in a scramble, he got a Kimura with about 40 seconds left, and he cranked on. He had it, and I wasn't gonna tap. I was just gonna let it go. Wait for him to get tired or whatever. Even though he had it extremely deep, and then he cranked it, and I tapped. So that was a 1-0. So then I had to wait a couple hours for them to run through all the divisions and whatnot, and then it was gi time, which I don't like gi as much, but we did gi. I was there with my friend Tony, who was competing, and his brother Dan, Dan was competing in the same events that I was. So in gi, my first match, we are kind of like feeling it out. He grabbed my gi, I grabbed his. He tried to grab my arm, and when I did, I locked down on it and got a gable grip on one. So I isolated his right arm, and then I just pulled guard on him. And then, for some reason, he reached his left hand across his body to try and free up his other hand, because I had a grip on it. So as soon as he reached his hand across, I switched grips. I put my feet on his hips, and I swung my leg over and grabbed an armbar, and he tried to pull out of it, but it was too late. He started standing, but I still had a hold of it. I even let go for a second to re-grip, and then cranked it again, and he tapped. So I got an armbar about a minute into in my other match.